Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a book haul. I really didn't know if I wanted to do this, but first of all, yes, we are in a different location if you watch these videos a lot. My library is still filled to the brim with Christmas stuff, and so my usual place where I put things, can't put anything there because there's a bunch of Christmas houses. So we were in my slightly darker living room, which is gonna be interesting for the lighting. So hopefully the lighting is okay, but I don't know. I was going to try and do this by month, but it was too much of a pain in the butt. We are doing October through December, so there's a lot here. There may be some repeats if you watched my, whatchamacallit, Black Friday haul. There probably will be some repeats from the Black Friday haul, but just skip over those. There really weren't that many. But this is everything from October, which I didn't realize I was so behind, through to December. I have no idea how many books it is. I didn't count. I don't know because I keep lists of what I buy. Like this is an October list, but there's stuff that I know I got October through December that aren't on my lists. So I actually have no idea how many I actually have. And this isn't all of them. This is only the ones that I could find in my house because my mother-in-law made a book tree out of a bunch of my books, and a lot of them are books I got October through December. So those are stuffed away in those book trees, so I cannot get those out. There are also some that are on very, very high places that I also cannot get off that my husband stuck up there to get out of the way. So I also cannot get those currently because he's not home. So we're just gonna go with these, and I'm gonna pop up the ones that I don't have with me right here because there's a lot. Like I'm missing a solid amount. I think there's probably over 100 books in 3 months, which is so bad. Guys, it's really bad. I also don't have some books that I've already like DNF'd and got rid of because I don't keep books that I DNF. I don't keep books that I give 2 and below, I believe, unless it's part of the series and I like the other books in the series. Okay, anyway, let's get started. We're gonna start with our manga because I'm not gonna show everything I've gotten, but I'm gonna have representatives. So I bought the entire series of Aoharu Ride. I've talked about this one before. I think starting October I got 6 through 13, which is the rest of the series, and 1 through 5 I got before, but I got 6 through 13. This one I think is 8. This is just gonna be our representative because I'm not pulling all of them out. It is way too many books. And I also got volumes of Kami-sama Kiss. I love this one. This one's a lot harder to get. Can't just get them on Amazon. Well, you can get some of them. I've been having to buy a mix of Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Rights of Anime because they're out of print randomly at places. Like my volume of 8 I think came from Right Stuf Anime, but it's sold out at both Barnes & Noble and Amazon. And then I was able to get one at Barnes & Noble that was sold out at Amazon and Right Stuf Anime. So it's just kind of a mess, and I'm like, it's a big conglomeration of where to get them from. But this one is 5, and I think I now have 1 through 8. And I was waiting until the new year to buy any more because manga eat up a lot of your money very quickly because you get through them so fast. Okay, how I'm gonna do the rest of this video is by month. I didn't think I was going to, but then I was looking at my list and it was driving me crazy. Some of them at the very, very end, it's gonna be weird because they don't look like they belong anywhere because I have no idea when I got them and I didn't write them down. So they're just gonna like appear randomly throughout the video, but otherwise, we're gonna be going through them by month. And you're gonna see some pop up here that I don't have in hand because of the reasons I explained earlier. Yeah, I'm also not gonna tell you what they're about because it would take forever, so it's not happening. I'm also like sweating in this video already. It's like too much already for me. I can't handle it. Okay, to the books. So in October, the physical books that I have with me, I have One Dark Window. I'm really excited. I think this was a Fairy Loot book, special edition. Very pretty art. This was like a really dark edition. It shows up better on camera than it actually does in person. Like I can see it way better in like my phone right now than I can just looking at it, which is actually pretty impressive. And then it's just such pretty art. This one is such pretty art. Really don't know anything about it. It came in a book box. The next one that I picked up is Forest Fall. I honestly don't know why I picked this up because I gave the first book a 2, and like I said, I don't normally keep 2s, but I kept it for some reason because I guess I wanted to see the end. I think there's like a hint at like a love triangle in this, so my brain was like, let's see what happens, even though I hate love triangles. So I ended up getting the OwlCrate edition to match my other edition, which is funny because it doesn't match because they had an issue with like the publisher things. So the other book is matte and this book is super shiny. So what they're doing is they're sending, I think, dust jackets for both of them to cover. So it's fine, whatever. I have a feeling this is not gonna be a book series that I end up keeping unless this does something wild. I just don't see myself keeping this, and I have no idea when I'm gonna get to it. The next one that I picked up is one I've been wanting for a while. It's Darcy Coates. I love Darcy Coates. I know a lot of people are iffy about her, but I like cozy horror. I don't love hardcore gore horror like that. I like creepy and scary horror, but I don't like gore horror. So this is like a good mix because it's creepy, most of them. And this one I was really excited about because it's the first in a series called Gravekeepers. And this is definitely one that I picked up in October, meaning to read in October for Halloween, but I had so many other books I ended up reading instead. And I think I went through a big book slump in October, so I just didn't end up getting to this one yet. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. The next one that I picked up is what everyone was talking about, and I kind of wish I'd gotten the UK edition. The UK edition is so pretty, so if I end up really, really liking this one, I might pick up the other one, but it is A Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. This seems really cute. Again, I picked this up in October to read in October. Didn't actually end up reading it. The next one that I got is from a BookBox. So I was actually gonna pick this one up anyway, but it was Unplugged BookBox, and it's one that I'm really excited to read. It's called Jester, and look at it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I'm really sad because I really wanted this one, but then the next couple books I just wasn't interested in, so I ended up canceling my Unplugged BookBox subscription. I'll probably get one-offs, like if I see a book I really, really want and there's no wait list, I'll probably get it. But as of right now, I canceled my subscription, which is really sad. But yeah, and most of these books I haven't read. I will tell you if I've read them, but most of them I haven't read yet. Next one that I picked up, again, fully intending to read in October, was Suburban Hell. I picked up a lot of like books that I wanted to read in October for Halloween, and it just never happened. Suburban Hell, this honestly looks really funny. I think I started this and it was like, I just wasn't in the mood for it. Yeah, I was going through a book slump in October because I started this, I put it down. I think I started the other couple books for October and put them down. The next one is a book of the month, and it is Sign Here. I don't know why I put these off. Like, again, this is like one of my most excited ones I was for October. I think I read the other ones and I didn't read this one. I think it's because I didn't like, what was the other ones? Yeah, there's one on here I got that I didn't end up liking, I think. So I was angry. Yeah, so I ended up just not reading the other ones. October derailed me from some of my goals this year, which is really upsetting. But Sign Here, Following a Devil Trying to Get Souls, I think, something like that. It looks really funny, kind of like a hell human resources kind of thing going on, so it sounds really good. Last one that I have physically for October is Spells for Forgetting. This was a Fairy Loot edition. I keep forgetting this is like adult because it's Adrienne Young who writes young adult books, and I've read a bunch of her young adult books, so I keep forgetting that this is an adult release and came in the adult Fairy Loot box. Now to the books that I literally don't have physically in front of me. We have The Sacrifice, which I read. It was really, really good. I think this one is in the book tree, and it's following a guy who lives on a cursed island, and there's a movie set that has come to make a movie about lost treasure, and he's trying to get them off the island because the island wants to kill them. So it's actually really, really good. That was a really good read for October. I had fun with that one. The next one is The Family Game. I don't have this because I got rid of it the second I read it. I was so over this book. I hated it. Not gonna say anything else. It was a book of the month book. Done. The Kiss Curse. I love this one. Literally no idea where it is. I'm pretty sure it's in the book trees. But I love this one. I think I gave it a 5-star. It was fantastic. Exactly what I wanted to read for October, which is why I didn't end up reading anything scary, I think, after I read that, because I wanted like the cozy vibes, which is why I picked up like The Irregular Witches, etc., and then just ended up not vibing with anything. But it was so good. It's the second book in that X-Hex series. Loved it. Can't wait for the next one. The Second Death of Edie and Violet Bond. This one I picked up because it's like, I normally don't like twin stories, but this is a mystery thriller twin stuff, so like there's not automatically one twin dead and then you're trying to figure out what happened when it's always the other twin. No, this is like a fantasy. They're a medium and a something to do with ghosts. They can talk to ghosts, and they each have a different power relating to ghosts in the afterlife, and they think they join like a circus. It sounds really cool. It sounds wild, but it definitely sounds like something I would definitely enjoy. Dark and Shallow Lies. This one was book of the month. I think it was like their buy one get one to 50% off, one of those books, and it just looked cool, and I kept putting it off, and then I just ended up buying it. No idea what it's about. The Golden Enclaves. I missed that one. It's literally upstairs. I know exactly where it is. It's my Waterstones edition because I think it came really late. So the Golden Enclaves, I think I got the month before like the regular Barnes & Noble edition, because I have 2 full sets. I have a full set of the US editions and a full set of UK/Waterstones edition. And yeah, this was the Waterstones edition that I got. It's pretty. It's pretty. I was glad because everyone else's seemed to come destroyed, but it's the 3rd book in the Scallamance series, and they are probably my favorite books that I've ever read. The first 2 at least. The 3rd one was not as good as I was hoping for, but the first 2 books were probably the best 2 books I've ever read. The next book that I have also read is The Book Eaters. That one is literally just too high up on a shelf, and I don't want to hurt myself getting it or break some Christmas things. So yeah, don't have that one. But it was the Illumicrate edition, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and I love the book, and I was devastated to find out that apparently the Waterstones special edition has an epilogue that I didn't know about. And I'm dying to get my hands on the epilogue, but apparently it won't come out for a while to like the general public. Not happy about that. Not happy about that, because I'm dying to know, like, I want a little more information, so I'm really sad. And I also was looking at an interview that the author did. It was her debut novel, so she actually thought the series was originally going to be a trilogy, or like have multiple books in the series, which is why she ended it a certain way. And she made some adjustments because they decided not to do that, and she's contracted to do a bunch of standalones now. She does plan to come back to the Book Eaters world, but she said it's not going to be for a couple years, and I'm just like, girl, come on. Come on. I need to read more. I love that book. It was so good. Next I got was Lore Olympus Volume 3. Don't need to say anything else about that. I love Lore Olympus. Cannot wait for Volume 4 to come out. The next one, I got Little Eve because Catriona Ward, I had no interest in The House on Needless Street. I had no interest in Sundial, but I wanted to read one of her books because people seem to love them. So I was like, okay, Little Eve sounds more up my alley with like cults and weird things going on. So I picked that one up. I haven't read it yet. Meant to read in October. The next one I picked up, Over My Dead Body. It is a graphic novel. This one was supposed to be so good, and I just did not enjoy it, which is really sad, but it's about, like, witches out of school, and I just didn't like it. I was really bored, and then the ending was really sad to me, so I was not a fan of that one. The next one that I got was from Fairy Loot, The Blood Trader. I loved The Prison Healer, and I just have not continued with the rest of the series, but I have them. I have both of them. They're up on a high shelf that I can't reach, so I don't have them physically to show you, but yeah, I got The Blood Trader, and I really, really, really need to read these next year. And then the last thing that I got in October that is already out of this house because I didn't want to look at it is River of Ashes. It also came in an Unplugged book box, or no, sorry, came in a Twisted Retreat. The first Twisted Retreat box had a River of Ashes, and I just, no, pass. It's already gone. It's already gone. I hauled it and then unhauled it, so. Okay, that was most likely everything in November, or everything in October. Don't know if it was. I'm terrible at keeping records, like absolutely horrendous. So we're gonna move into November. Okay, November. December is the biggest one. Everything left is December. Everything left behind me is December. It's a lot. I went a little crazy in December. My husband didn't stop me, so I blame him. He actually got me a lot of books, or like was with me when I got a lot of them, so I don't feel as bad as I normally do, because he knew this time. So starting off with our physical books in November, we have Bloodleaf. I just really wanted this because the cover looked really good. My husband was there when I got this one, and he was like, oh, it does look pretty cool. That's pretty cool. He actually picked the next one out for me, but I don't really know what anything is about. I just keep seeing these covers everywhere, and they're really, really pretty, and I like fantasy young adult, so that's all I know. The next one that I got is one that my husband picked out, and it's Gear Breakers. I've been wanting this one for a while. It looks really cool. Again, I don't really know anything about it, except I think there's a sapphic relationship in here. And I know the second one is called Godslayers. Yeah, that one's on the back. It looks really cool, and I've been wanting to read more sci-fi. So this looks like a mix of sci-fi fantasy, and I think it has to do with, yeah, the giant robots. The Gundams, I think is what they're called. They're so cool. So I'm really excited to read this one. This looks really interesting. The next one that I got is a continuation of a series I started, and it is Daughters of the Dawn. I actually really liked the first one. I think it's called Sisters of the Snake. Yeah, Sisters of the Snake. I actually really liked it. I don't remember a lot that happened in it, but I remember really enjoying it more than I thought I would, because this is not, God, they're thick too. They're thick. So I don't know what I'm going to get to this, because I don't remember a lot that happened in the previous book, so I've got to do some research before I get into this. But I know it's twin sisters, like I said. I don't love twin stories, but this works because it's fantasy and not thriller mystery. So apparently I think I just don't like twin stories, thriller mystery. So the next one that I got in November is Smile Beach Murder, and I was in an Outer Banks bookshop mystery. So it takes place in a bookshop in the Outer Banks, and it just sounds really good. It sounds like a cozy mystery. It sounds like something I love, because I love cozy mysteries. So I'm excited to pick this one up. I keep putting it off because it doesn't have great ratings, but neither do many of my cozy mysteries I enjoy. So I feel like it'll be fine. I just keep putting stuff off because I just like buying books, and then I buy books, and then I don't have enough time to read them all. So that's a goal of mine next year, is to read way more than I buy, which is not the case right now. So that's what we're gonna go for. That's what we're gonna go for. But this looks really good, and I got it because I love this cover. It is so pretty. The next one that I got is the book of the month, and it is White Horse. It's a horror. It looks good. I think it has to do with a Native American main character, and there's like some sort of demon or ghost or something that's haunting her. Something weird is going on, psychological, maybe paranormal. I don't know. It sounds really good. I just haven't gotten to it. This was one that I got at the very beginning of November, because I was going to continue October and November because I didn't read that many scary books, and then I just didn't. The next one that I got is another one I should have read when I bought it, but it's Half a Soul, and I got it because it's supposed to be like a cozy fantasy fairy tale-esque kind of thing going on, and I really wanted to read something like that when I got it. I got this on Black Friday. This is one of the Black Friday books. I've already talked about this, but that's what I want. That's what I wanted when I bought it. The next one that I got is Shipwrecked. I love this series. I think this is the spoiler alert series, right? These books make me so happy. They're written so well, and they're like, to me, they're like the right level of like smut in books. Like it's not every single page, but there's like pining and just like wholesome goodness going on, and the characters are always so different. Like all the characters are way different personalities, everything, so it doesn't feel like I'm reading the same book over and over again. And the last one that I got physically, and which probably won't be in my house very much longer after I do my December wrap up, it is The Cloisters. I hated this book. I feel like I talked about it in my DNFs, but I DNF'd this should have been a book that I loved. It's Secret History, which I hated, meets Ninth House, which I loved. So I was hoping it would be more on the Ninth House side, and for me it was definitely more on the Secret History side. I just didn't like it. Everyone felt super pretentious, and I'm really sad because I was really excited when I got this, and pass. Okay, on to the books that I literally, again, they're probably all in these book trees. I just don't know. And it's giving me anxiety that I don't know where like half of my books are. It's a lot. Okay, so first one is These Twisted Bonds. My copy finally came from Fairy Loot because I ended up reading it in a Squash the Series video, which I plan to do again probably in January. There's a couple series that I want to get through early on so that they don't linger throughout the rest of the year. Twisted Bonds, it was a Fairy Loot edition. It's very pretty. I like it. The problem is I didn't like what was inside. I think those were both 3s. And they're whatever. Next two that I got, it's the same book, The Whispering Dark. I got both the Owl Crate and the Illumicrate edition. I literally have no idea where these are. No clue. I think they're on a high shelf. And if you don't know why high shelves are a problem, I'm 5'1". I'm very, very short. Very short. And I have to use a chair to get up to them, but I also have to stand up. I have to get on a chair, and then I have to get up onto my bookshelf. Onto the ledge of my bookshelf to get stuff, and that ledge is covered with Christmas houses, so I literally can't get up there right now. My husband would have to be home to just stand on, because he's 5'10". He would have to stand on a chair to get them at the top, and he's not home, so they're stuck up there. Anyway, The Whispering Dark, I don't think I liked either cover that I got. I don't remember because Owlcrate did their like own. If you want to check that out, that's in my Owlcrate unboxing. But anyway, it's one of the Owlcrates, and then I also got Whispering Dark from Illumicrate, and I just don't think I liked either one of them. I was not impressed with the covers for those. The next one that I got that I have read and absolutely loved was Poster Girl, and I got the Fairy Loot edition, which is stunning. It's basically the UK edition but blue instead of red, which I like so much better. So much better. Like it softens it a little bit. But this was amazing. This was a huge standout for me this year. I rated it a 4.5, but I probably should have bumped it up to a 5 because it was that good and that memorable. The next book that I got is Gleanings. That was for my husband because we read Arc of the Scythe series together, and I cannot wait to read more from that world. We just haven't gotten to it yet. Next one that I got was Ocean's Echo. Now, this one I got because the first one was okay. The first one, like, I liked the romance in it, but there was a lot going on, and I wasn't really in my sci-fi era then, so I was kind of like, this is very sci-fi heavy for me, and I'm not a big sci-fi person. But because I'm in, like, such a sci-fi mood for the past, like, couple months now, even though I haven't read that much because I'm terrified, I decided to pick it up and give it another shot because I did like the writing style. I did like the romance. I don't know. There's something about it that was missing for me. So I'm hoping in this next one, whatever was missing in the first one, I like better in this one. The next one is Hester. This was one that I wasn't really going to pick up, but the cover was gorgeous, and I did absolutely love the Scarlet Letter. Out of all the books we read in school, I didn't love a ton of them, but I loved the Scarlet Letter. So I think this is going to be a really interesting like take on the story. The next one that I got is also, it's a pressure buy, but as long as the lemon trees grow. I don't know why I got that. It's not something I would read, and I don't see a time when I'm gonna pick it up, but it's gotta happen because I bought it and everyone loves it. So I'm working on a little project. So make sure you subscribe to the channel to see it. But I'm working on a little project that's gonna have to do with books that are out of my comfort zone. So hopefully I'll be doing that the first week or second week of January. So I'm really excited about that. Hopefully it works out. The next one is Wilder Women. Again, another impulse buy. I was really bad this month, November, about buying stuff that I knew I wasn't going to read, but I got it anyway because everyone else was getting it. This is not something I would normally read. It's like a generational story about sisters trying to find their mom. I don't read that kind of stuff, but there's magic in it. So I don't know, and it's confusing me, and that's all I got. Next one is The Last Party. I don't know anything about it other than that was a book of the month thriller. That's it. That's why I got it. I just always pick up their thrillers, even though I would say I'm like at like a 50% rating with their thrillers, whether I like them or not. But I probably would have picked these books up anyway, eventually, when seeing them in the stores, so I get them at a better price through Book of the Month. Even though I knew the end, this was shockingly good, a novella. Didn't know it was a novella when it came. I was a little surprised that it was only like 100-something pages, but it was really good. It was magical. I would almost say it's a little magical realism. Angels, demons, paranormal things going on, and it was so good, especially with only like 100-something pages like in the book. I felt like I knew the characters better than some full-length novels. The Luminaries. This first one came from Owlcrate because I think the second one came in the beginning of December. Yeah. I'm really excited to read it, but I'm not reading it until I finish the other series first. So I'm excited. Came in a book box. Loved it. We Could Be Villains by Unplugged Book Box. I am actually excited about this one. It seems pretty good. I'm a little nervous because, again, it's like superheroes, I think, and it's not something I would normally pick up, but it's pretty, and that's the last one I got. I got off Kindle for my reading all of the thrillers in Goodreads category. All good people here. I got that on Kindle. I hated it. It was terrible. So I'm really glad it was on sale. Okay, we are moving to the final category, which is December. December is a lot. Like a lot. So we're just going to go through my physical books first. Again, like I said, there are some in here that may not be from December. So just keep that in mind and don't get mad at me. Okay, first stack. There's so many books. There are so many books. And I am trying to separate what I got on for the Barnes & Noble sale because, yes, I did go to the 50% off sale, and I definitely got a ton of books, which makes up, I'm pretty sure, a whole stack. So, my physical books that I have, because there are still some that are missing. I don't know where they are. Like I said, probably in that stupid book tree. I can't wait to dismantle those things. They're like too tree bushes. I can't wait to dismantle them and get all my books back because I miss them. I miss them. And there's a few in there that I was literally in the middle of reading, and I went to work, I came back, they were in the book tree. Anyway, I got Secluded Cabin Sleep 6. I'm really excited to read this. I've seen mixed results on this, but I really want to read this because it sounds so cool. Love Lock Cabin kind of thing in the woods. Think it's going to be really fun. Got this off of Pango for a pretty good price. I was actually kind of surprised that I managed to find this on Pango because it's still a relatively new book. I got a book of the month, Kiss Her Once. What is it? Kiss Her Once for Me. Was supposed to read this for Christmas. I guess I still have time. Another book of the month and one of my favorite authors, A Wilderness of Stars. I'm really excited to read this. I just keep putting it off because I need to read A History of Wild Places first because I'm weird about being in order if I have them. I like reading books I've gotten previously before the next ones that I've gotten. So waiting to read History of Wild Places first, and then I'll get to this one. I got The Boy from the Woods, Harlan Coben. I've never read a Harlan Coben. I've watched all of the movies on Netflix. There's so many, and they're so good. And TV series, there's just a mix of everything, and they're fantastic, super fun, really quick, like easy thriller mysteries. They're just fun to watch, and I'm really excited to actually pick one up. This was actually funny. My physical therapist knows I'm a big reader, and she listens to audiobooks and reads a lot too, and so she was like, get this one's really fun. And she was in the middle of reading the second one, which I also got because I got these off Pango for a pretty good deal together, this and The Match, which is lower in the stack, but so I ended up getting these two off of her recommendation. Haven't read them yet. Don't know when we're gonna get to them. I was so excited to finally get this. Foul Lady Fortune. This is the Fairy Loot edition. It's so pretty. I do wish there was like sprayed edges on the top, but it's funny because the blue, how the blue looks, it almost looks like there's a light sprayed edges on the top, but there's not. It's just paper. But it looks like there's some sort of blue sprayed edges. Anyway, I love this. I can't wait to get to this. I keep putting it off because I really want the second one to be close by coming out before I read this one because her first series, Duology, she had a cliffhanger, and I would really like to not deal with that for and agonize for months over it. And then I don't know why I did this. I don't know why I did this. I don't know why I did this. But I got Strange the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares. This is the Owl Crate editions. I love them so much. Like, look how pretty they are. They're so pretty. And then the art inside is so pretty, but like, I haven't even read it. I have the LitJoy special editions too. These book boxes need to stop coming out with gorgeous editions of Strange the Dreamer because I'm gonna have like 60 editions of this book and still haven't read it. I don't even know if I like it. I don't even know if I like this series, but I keep buying special editions. I almost bought Daughter of Smoke and Bones from LitJoy, their special edition, but I was like, no, I haven't read that one either. And I need to at least read something from Laini Taylor before I keep buying giant expensive special edition books. They're so pretty though. I mean, this is one of my favorite buys of the year just because of how pretty they are. Okay, I got this because I saw, I don't remember her YouTube channel. I think it's like Tomes something. She runs Tome Topple. One second. Thoughts on Tomes. I was reading or watching one of her videos, and she said she really liked this, that it was quick, fun, sci-fi. Doesn't have great ratings, but I like quick. Yeah, my attention has got to be kept on like The Chilling Effect. No. Oh god, my dog's trying to get up on the couch, and I just had to keep him from doing that because, he could have hurt himself. The books could have fallen on him, and he's a little menace. He's a small dog, but he's 22 pounds, maybe 22 pounds, and it's heavy enough that it would have knocked everything over. Anyway, like I was saying, this is a book that Thoughts on Tomes, she's been reading the series. I guess it's a series, and I was like, okay, this sounds like a sci-fi book I actually may really enjoy, and it sounds very video game-esque and high action, high octane. It sounds really cool. So I ended up picking up The Chilling Effect, and I love the cover. It's so pretty. So I got this off of Pango for a pretty good price. The next book that I picked up is a pick that my husband and I picked up together. It is Mindhunter. We've actually already read the one that came out from Book of the Month. Book of the Month had Killer Across the Table. So I ended up picking that up. We read that together, and then we decided to pick up one of his other books. And I know this is like the original one that started everything, and it's the Netflix series is based after it. So I'm really excited. We enjoy nonfiction true crime stuff and reading it together. So I'm excited for this one. It's dense, but I'm excited. The next one is, I think this was The Owl Crate, the Poison Season. This is pretty. This is pretty. I actually started it, and then it kind of freaked me out because there was some like animal death at the beginning. So I kind of was like, whew. I love the cover. It's so pretty. I really am excited to get to this. I keep putting it off because of what I read already. And the next one is The Match. Talked about already. Physical Therapist said these were really good books. And I can't wait to get to them. It seems really good. They don't seem that long. And yeah, I always enjoy thrillers and mysteries. And my other copy, my second of 3, Foul Lady Fortune. This is just the traditional. They put this stupid, oh no, it's smoke. Never mind. I thought it was a sticker. This is just the original copy. I really like this edition. I think I like the Fairy Loot one the most. I'm not normally a big fan of these shiny covers. They're too shiny to me. And it actually looks prettier in my opinion in person. It's more pink in person than it is. It's showing like a little yellowish on the camera. But I really like it. I wanted one of the traditional copies, and they're just so pretty. I can't wait to read them. I don't know which one I'm going to read either. Like, I don't know which copy I'm going to read. Okay, we are down to my last non-book of the month, not book of the month, my non-50% off hardcover sale thing. This is the last stack. Before that, this one's pretty big. It's got a lot of special editions in it, actually. And then we will go through the ones that I don't have physically in front of me. Anyway, so this is actually a book I just finished, but I got Ledge from Lit Joy by Stacey McEwen. She's so funny on TikTok. I had to get it. Like, I had to support her. It's not my favorite. It was okay. I ended up giving it a 3-star. I'll talk about it in my book wrap up, but it was entertaining. There was something a little missing about it. It definitely felt like a debut book, but look how pretty this is. But I am going to continue. Whenever the second one comes out, I hope Litjoy does another like matching edition because I love the purple. I know the original's blue, which is really pretty, but the purple is so pretty. The next one that I'm actually currently reading is Mindwalker. I got this off of Mercari. I got this off of Mercari because I think it's the GSFF, the what is it? Goldsboro. It's the Goldsboro, I think, science fiction book from one of these months. It's got like that weird stuff over it, the library like coverings, which I don't love, but I'm also like not wanting to destroy the book, so I'm keeping it on. And it has a little ribbon. It's so nice. And the purple sprayed edges. This is really fun so far. I'm not too far into it. This is really fun. I'm really enjoying it. Hopefully I'm going to finish it before January. Okay, next one. I don't know what month this came in. I don't know what month this came in. This is the Fairy Loot edition of The Ballad of Never After. No clue when this came in. My copy also is like slightly off, which drives me a little nuts, but I literally no idea when this came. But I really like it. It's really pretty. I haven't read it yet. Plan on reading it closer to when the next one comes out. The next one that I picked up was actually my pick for the free book of the month because you get to pick one of the like nominees for book of the year, and the only one I didn't have was Black Cake. And I think the historical fiction, but I don't read historical fiction. So I don't know. This one's going to be part of my little project that I'm going to be doing starting in January because I don't know when I'm going to pick this up, and that will make me pick it up at some point. So I don't know. This looks interesting. It's not something I normally read, but I really wanted to pick up because people had such great things to say about it. Next one that I got was for the Goodreads challenge, but it is Jackal. I haven't read it yet. I ended up not getting to a couple books because it took me forever to get through that reading vlog because I'm a mood reader, so it was really a big struggle to get through most of these books. Haven't read it yet. Plan on reading it hopefully in January, February. Next one, same thing. I got this for the Goodreads challenge, Wrong Place, Wrong Time. This is also going to probably be part of the thing that I plan to start in January because I don't know when I'm going to pick it up. I don't love time travel, Groundhog Day kind of stuff, so I'm not like feeling like I want to pick it up, so it's going to be part of that project as well. Next one, my final copy, and this one took forever to get to me because they ran out of copies and they canceled a bunch of people's. I was really scared that they were going to cancel one, but I think I ordered early enough that they ended up sending mine. But it is the Barnes & Noble edition of Foul Lady Fortune. I actually didn't like it on the website. I got it anyway because I have no self-control. Anyway, this is the Barnes & Noble edition. It's much prettier in person than it was on the website. The red actually works really well with the yellow, and it's really pretty. This is probably the one I'll end up reading. I don't know. It's this one or the Fairy Loot one. The next one is one that's going to be part of the project next year because it is Lessons in Chemistry. Honestly, got it because everyone loves this book. The sprayed edges are stunning, and I was a chemistry major, and there's a periodic table in the front. I mean, I had to. I had to get it, but I don't know when I'm going to pick it up, so that's going with the project. The next one, these next two were December Christmas gifts. These were Christmas gifts from my mother-in-law. She got me Cursed signed edition, which I love. It was actually funny, I was there when she bought it. She actually got this on Black Friday. She got both of these on Black Friday because they had all their signed editions out. So she ended up getting me both of these on Black Friday, and I'm really excited. And I totally forgot about them, but then I opened them and she was laughing at me because I was like, oh yeah. So it's funny because I have the special edition of the first one, but I don't actually think I like them. So I like the original. I don't even really love the original covers. I don't really like the covers of these in general, and I haven't even read the first one, so I don't know why I asked for the second one, but whatever. And then of course I'm in the middle of reading this series, which is just an absolute train wreck of a series, but it's highly entertaining. Okay, next one I actually already read. This is a fluke for me. I read it like the day after I bought it, which is wild. It's wild. I got 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. I was having a really bad time with books right before I DNF'd like 3 things right before I got this, and I was like, let me just get something kind of silly and young adult and thrillery because they're normally ridiculous, but they're entertaining. And I was right, this is ridiculous and entertaining, but I really liked it. And it's the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. They have like the end papers, but this was fun. I did finish this. Had a good time. And this one I also got, I also read right after I got it, but it was the A Dowry of Blood, and this is a surprise read for me. This was actually really good. I'll be talking about it in my December wrap up, but this was fun. I think I also have a video out for this, but yeah, this was a Fairy Loot book. Didn't know I'd end up liking it as much as I did, and it actually made me get another book on the 50% off hardcover sale. Next one that I got was a DNF, unfortunately. Unplugged Book Box, Death by Society. It's not good. It's not good. This is actually the book that made me cancel Unplugged Book Box because it was that bad. So yeah, it's so pretty though. That's what makes me so sad. It's like one of the prettiest books in my opinion that I own, especially that is so pretty, but it's just not very good. So this is going to be going out the door after I do my December wrap up too. Next one, I actually also have already read, All the Dangerous Things. I plan on doing a book review for this one. It's just a book of the month book. I really liked the first book by this author, which is why I picked it up, Stacey Willingham. She wrote A Flicker in the Dark, which was my pick for Goodreads this past year. So highly disappointed in this one after that one. Next one that I picked up, no idea when I picked it up because I don't think I wrote it down, but I got A Lady's Guide to Fortune Hunting. It's a period piece. Seems like a romance period piece. This is definitely up my alley. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about it. Okay, another special edition. I don't know when I got this one. The Coldest Girl in Cold Town by Holly Black. I love everything Holly Black does, and I really don't like the original like cover for this one. So yeah, definitely pick this up instead of reading the other copy. And the book that I just got, if you don't want spoilers for Fairy Loot's adult book for December, look away. But here it is. It's so pretty. I opened it last night. Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. It's so pretty. I love the colors. I know people are sick of purple, but I don't care. Give me all the purple books. I love purple. And it's gorgeous. I can't wait to read this one, and the art is so pretty. So don't really know anything about it other than I think she's like a scientist or something, and she's looking at the flora and fauna of places, and it just looks really good. Okay, last stack. This is my book haul from the Barnes & Noble 50% off sale. I love that sale. I was hoping it was happening, because there's a bunch of books that I wanted, but I decided not to get in hopes that this would happen. And it did happen, so I was so excited. I wouldn't say these are all older books, but they're definitely like not new December releases. I think some of them may be early December releases, but I think most of these are like November, October, September releases. I don't really remember, but it's books I've been putting off because I was really hoping that the sale would happen. So first one I got was Lavender House. I've been really wanting to read this one. This sounds really cool. And the blurb is like, when your existence is a crime, everything you do is criminal. It just sounds really good. It sounds like they're going to be locked in this house. It's a pretty short read, which is also one of the reasons I didn't really want to buy it. Yeah, I'm really excited for this one. The next one was one that I've been wanting, but I wasn't sure about it. And it's Last of the Talons. This sounds really cool. It's like assassin kind of things going on, like the last of the assassins in this group. And I love the cover and it just sounds really neat. Next one that I got, I've been dying to get, but I'm also really nervous about it. I bought 1,000 Heartbeats by Kiera Cass. Oh! I really hope, it's so pretty. I really hope this has Selection vibes and not Betrothed vibes, because I didn't even read the second book. It was so bad. I got rid of I DNF'd the first one. Or no, sorry, I skimmed. I got through halfway through the book, skimmed it, and then I didn't even bother reading or getting the second one. So I'm hoping this has more Selection vibes. It's huge too. It's huge, but it is so pretty. Like this color scheme is so pretty. The next one that I got, I actually picked up solely because of the author. I don't really like the premise of it, but I loved a previous thing that this author has written, and it is Strike the Zither, and I love the art by Joan He. She wrote the Ones We Were Meant to Find, I think. The Ones We Were Meant to Find was a surprise 5-star read for me. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but it was literally the vibes that I just loved it. I loved it, and so I bought this because I really like her writing, and I'm hoping I'll end up liking it because of the writing. The next one that I got is actually the one that I got based off of a lot of people reading it, and it reminds me a little of A Dowry of Blood, House of Hunger. And look at this cover. It's so pretty. The cover is so pretty. So I'm really excited to start this one. This one I probably will read rather soon because I'm really excited. And I've kind of gotten back into my like horror mood. I've been buying a lot of horror books. Oh, although this is a horror book. I got the last copy at Barnes & Noble. I went in. My bookstore opened at 8 a.m. an hour early, and I got there at like 8:30, and this is the last copy left of The Holokind, and I've heard really good things that this is really creepy, and I cannot wait to read this. And it's blurbed by Alma Katsu, T. Kingfisher, and Paul Tremblay on the back. So that's some good writers. Okay, the next two my husband got me, and I explained to him. It's a 50% off hardcover sale. He gets me 2 bags. So he got me the first Finlay Donovan, which I'm so excited. About. I can't wait to read this. And he also got me, again, like I said, I wanted to read some sci-fi. He found me the second book of a series that already started, Polaris Rising. This is Aurora Blazing, and I'm really excited. It's following like female bounty hunters, and I think it's 3 sisters. Each book follows a different sister, so I'm really excited about this one too. Okay, next one, because this is day 2. Day 2, we went back to a different Barnes & Noble, which was a mistake because everyone had figured out about the sale by day 2. So the line was crazy. But I ended up getting Wake. I think this is the one my husband picked. He picked one of them. Searing debut crime novels. This sounds really good. It's set in the Australian outback. I don't know. This is not something I'd normally pick up based on the cover, but it sounds really cool. So I ended up getting this one. Because I've gone through most of my thrillers in my house because of that challenge, and I haven't been buying a ton of thrillers because I just haven't been buying them. So, and then we have Deepwater. Again, can't remember if this is the one. I think this is the one he picked. No, he picked Wake. I picked this one because look at the map. I love things with maps, but this sounds really good. Don't really know that much about it. It just sounds cool. And it's blurred by Lee Child and B.A. Paris. So both of them are really prolific writers in this genre. Both of those are thriller mystery books. The next one that I got, If You Could See the Sun. I've been wanting this one, but again, I wasn't sure if I was going to love it, so I didn't want to buy it full price. And I'm so excited I was able to find this and get this 50% off. But this looks really good, and I love this cover. It's so pretty. And finally, of my physical books, we have A Million to One. This is probably actually going to be the next book I pick up. It's a Titanic story about these 4 women who are going to do a heist on the Titanic. So I feel like it's going to be sad, emotional, fantastic. I believe there's a sapphic relationship in this. So I am so excited to pick this up. But I'm also really nervous because I feel like this is going to be an emotional book. So that's what I got physically in December. I don't think there's a lot that I missed. Let me check. Small Game. I got Small Game, really excited. That's the book I was in the middle of, and then it disappeared into the book bush. So hopefully I'll get that one out of there after we take down our decorations, because they're not going to come down until probably the beginning of January. But I would like to continue that one. That one's really good so far. I got The Dragon's Promise from Fairy Loot. I don't know where that went. Did I talk about that one? Where did it go? I might have put it somewhere else. I shuffled some books around because I have books everywhere. So I don't know where that book went. But yeah, I got that one from Fairy Loot. I also got The Ones We Burn from Fairy Loot. I do not like the UK cover. I don't like it. I like the US cover. I'm really sad that we got that from Fairy Loot. That's the first time I really didn't like something that Fairy Loot did. And actually that was it. That was all the ones I got. Oh, I got Audibles. I totally forgot about my Audibles. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just picked up Our Wives Under the Sea on an audiobook. It's only like 6 hours and 40 minutes. I'm gonna listen to that while I'm at work. It's really weird so far. I think I've listened to like an hour and a half of it. I don't know how I feel about it yet. It's the chapters I want to be long aren't, and the chapters that are long are kind of like dragging a little bit. So we'll see about that one. I also picked up Paul Tremblay's A Head Full of Ghosts. I haven't read one of his books yet, so I decided let's try it. And I heard like the best things about this one, and because I'm too nervous, because I think Survivor Song's like zombies and stuff, and I'm not interested in that. So I picked up A Head Full of Ghosts, and I'm really nervous about that one because I know people either really like his books or don't. So yeah, I don't know about that. And then I also got The Burning Girls. Yeah, I also got The Burning Girls because that sounds more my type of horror story going on, mystery, thriller, horror. I think it's horror. And yeah, so I'm really excited for that one as well. But those are the three that I got off of Audible. I told you I knew I was buying more horror books. I just couldn't remember where I was buying them. It just turns out that it was on Audible because I don't buy that much stuff on Audible. Anyway, that is my very large and very behind book haul. I wasn't expecting this many books. It was a lot of books. It was a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you. I'm going to try and tone down my buying in January. Pango makes it harder and easier because I ended up buying more books because of Pango, but I'm selling books at the same time. So that's why a lot of there's a decent number from Pango here because I buy and sell. So I ended up evening out through Pango on those books. So it inflates it a little bit. It seems like I'm buying more, and I also try and buy on sale when I can. So it's a lot of books though. It's a lot of books. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Hopefully there'll be less buying next year. I have a feeling there won't be, especially January. There's so many books coming out in January. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Make sure you subscribe for more content, especially for that new project I'm doing in January, and make sure you like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.